Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be talking about why I was gone so long and what happened. First of all, I am fine now. I was just struggling a little bit, and I'll basically give you a whole rundown on what happened. This is my first long form video, so yeah, pretty fun. I just made this Lego flower. Cute. Anyways. So also feel free to ask questions about this in the comments and I will answer as much as I can in another video. But anyways, let's get started. Okay, so basically I had noticed that I was struggling with eating food, and I was I didn't really know what to do about it at first, but then I was like, okay, I need to tell someone. So I did, and I ended up telling my mom. So my mom was kind of in denial of it at first. She was like, no, you're good, it's okay. And I was just like, no, I think something's wrong. And then she was like, okay, we'll go see a doctor for it, you know? So we go to the doctor, and she was asking me tons of questions, and we figured out that I was just in a kind of a bad place. And the doctor just told me okay, you're just gonna need to write down 3 things you like about yourself every day, and we'll see what happens from there. So I started doing that, and honestly it was helping a lot actually, and it was helping me kind of get through what I was struggling with at the start, you know? It was kind of helping me go through. And I only really noticed that I thought I had an eating disorder, eating issues, when a little bit after, when I got deeper into it. I had an eating disorder a long time before, I just didn't notice, you know? Okay, so basically the eating disorder I have is called OSFED, so it's basically kind of an undiagnosis a little bit, but it's basically a little bit of everything. You kind of have tons of I don't know how to explain it. Tons of symptoms from other eating disorders all kind of merged into one. And so I had that. There's a lot of different types of eating disorders. There's binge, anorexia, I don't know what that noise is, and ARFID, and I basically had almost all of them. I kind of after we seeked more help, we went to the doctor, and she was like, oh, this is really serious, and she was like, we're gonna need to do some blood work. So we did some blood work, and we found out that my vitamin D was so low. So it was out of 24, the number, but my vitamin D was at a 12. So that obviously needed to have we needed to do something about that. So I started taking vitamin D pills, and that's when she recommended rehab and treatment, to go to 24-hour care. And I was like, no, that's not happening. I don't want to do that. I do not want to go. Basically begging. And the doctor told my parents this is very normal for them not to want to go. They're gonna beg you not to go, but you still have to go through with it. It's the best for them. So my dad has been in treatment before, so he was on board, and he wanted to do it, and my mom was trusting the doctor and my dad, and she also wanted to do it. So I was honestly pretty mad because I didn't want to go. I don't want to live somewhere else for who knows how long, you know? So basically they tell me, well, we'll talk about it, we'll think about it, blah blah blah. And then a couple weeks later, they decided that I was going. And now in a strange way, I am thankful for that, because I'm recovered I'm on my way to recovery, and I'm in a better place now. But at the time I was so mad, I did not want to go. And I remember telling all my friends I'm leaving, bye. And I had a boyfriend too, and he knew I was leaving, so I was like, oh yeah, nothing bad will happen. Ooh, something bad happened. Anyways, that can be a story time for another day. But we basically, on my last day, I was like crying. Like, I was like so sad. Like, I did not want to leave because I was gonna go from like this to like tons of freedom to absolutely nothing. And I thought it was gonna be like kind of like a boarding school, like we were gonna be able to go outside, there was gonna be like hundreds of people. I was indeed wrong. I think there was like 13 people there, and you were kind of like locked inside. And there were so many like rules that I didn't know that was like it was gonna happen, and I was just like, it was very overwhelming, and I cried a lot the first couple days that I was there. And overall, the start was just absolutely miserable, and I hated it. So they have like these things called like different phases. So if you were phase 1, when you first, like, that's when you first start out, you basically can't do anything.
Starting at the bottom of the pyramid, Maddie.
So Maddie's not with me.
You can't go outside, you can't, I don't know, you can't really like do much. You barely have any like FaceTime time or anything, which sucked because like, bruh, I like can't talk to my family and stuff. And for the first 3 days, they didn't let you call your parents at all because they have like the unit phones is what they're called, but they're just like little, I don't know, phones without like a screen, obviously, and you can like call your parent or guardian or whatever. And so it's basically, I couldn't do that for the first 3 days, and they told me that I wasn't allowed to because they didn't want me to beg to go home.
I am not okay.
And so I was like, oh, all right. Somehow it worked, because after the 3 days, I was like not begging them to come home, but I was just like, I don't want to be here. Like, this place is horrible. And like, honestly, we like weren't allowed to like touch each other or anything. Like, the most we could do was like a high five. And so it was like very awkward at the start, and like we would get in trouble for talking about like simple things. So I just like kind of found like not talking was the easiest at the start. But then I started making really good friends, and it overall was a lot better than the start. And I was doing a lot better after that, like after I made some friends and I like phased up to the next phase. So I had more privileges, and like they let me go outside and stuff. So yeah, it like got better as I went. They had a couple weird rules that I was like so weirded out at first, but basically they make you do flush checks. You guys. So basically you would like go to the bathroom with the door cracked, and then you would like open the door, and they would have to like look in the toilet before you flushed it. Ooh, it was insane. And yeah, so that was like pretty crazy. That was like probably the worst rule. And basically, okay, 30 minutes after a meal, they would like let you go to the bathroom and just do that. But if it was like before the 30 minutes, then you would have to count while you go to the bathroom. So yeah, it was pretty disgusting. And I did not understand at first. I was like, why? Like, I can literally go to the bathroom. Like, I know how to flush the toilet. Thank you. And like, they also had to like chart it down, like the toilet, like what was in the toilet. Like, they had to like write it down. Bro, it was disgusting, and it was embarrassing too. If you know, you know. It was so bad. And every 15 minutes they had to like check on you, and like even during the night, and they would have to like write down what sleeping position you were in. I didn't understand that one, because like, why does it matter what sleeping position I'm in? Like, hello? Anyways, I want to keep this short, so that's the end of this video. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And yeah, I would love to answer them, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.